Okay, some feedback for you here. So in the beginning of your essay, you're looking at the first sentence alone, began with the Spanish-American War. Well, it really didn't. We talked about Alaska, we talked about Hawaii as examples where we would imperialize early, before the Spanish-American War. But nonetheless, you're looking at the thesis statement here where you said the American foreign policy was greatly affected by this war because America went from being isolated to experiencing these hostile interactions, I think is the word, and accusations with Spain after the Gilded Age. I like this isolation to expansion, so that's a good thing to grab onto and try to use that as your real thesis statement, but I think we could have made it a lot stronger. So you're going to get some minimal marginal marks there on the thesis because you're at least identifying some sort of an argument. It's just not all that well tied in. Okay, you'll notice in the first body paragraph that there's some things here that are drawing your attention, but let's start at the beginning. In the post-Civil War era, the U.S. focused on industrialization of railroad, ships, steel. That's fact. Where's the argument? Make the connection to imperialism and how it's going to impact our foreign policy. So the demand or the industrialization of the United States led to overproduction and a need to find new markets, which would force the United States to alter its foreign policy. There's a good example of a sentence that would be directive. Let's get into the essay. Let's look at some of the things I'm drawing your eyes to. First of all, this one here in document A, it says that that's purely summative. Don't do that. It's not even worth the time to write that down because then what you're going to do is you're seeing this, which shows, again, summary. You're not analyzing it. You're just summarizing it. So you got to find a way to utilize that evidence to support your claim. You do the same thing down here as well. So you've got some real challenges as you just summarize some of the things that happened in Cuba without drawing it back to the real point of, okay, what's the connection to foreign policy? Okay, let's take a look at this second page. You get some outside evidence here, although I'm hesitant to give you, I think it was referenced in the documents. You make another issue here with is shown in document F, again, summative. You do nice here with Pulitzer and Hearst. Those are very two important people to tie into this struggle, but as you go through the rest of this, you're really seeing that it doesn't bring it really back to the essay question. So that's, I think, a challenge for many of you guys is to how do I take this information and now use it to connect back to the question. So here's the rubric. You got a nice job on the thesis. Again, I think we could have done a little bit more with it, but you had something there that was important, but you never really focused on that. You only mentioned it in the beginning, isolationist and expansionist. I mean, it never went really anywhere else from that point, more about summary of the Spanish-American War. So that's why the outside information is lacking. I told you there really wasn't much. Document usage was in the summary, to quote or briefly cites them. You're not here because it's not essential to proving your thesis. You didn't bring it back to that topic. Analysis, because you're not really doing much there. There's going to be little to no analysis. Rather, you're in the descriptive phase. And this, of course, is good. I mean, you could have done better. I could have scored you better, but again, it would have been a grade inflator, and I'm not looking to do that because this essay really is about the 3-4 mark as a package. So that's why you're going to get this score here, and that will round up to a 4.